For many, the number 7 is considered a lucky digit. For Assembly members looking to put a marijuana sales tax before borough voters on October 6th, 7 was anything but lucky. Jamie Schwartzwald explains.
We don't know what 5% is going to bring in, or we don't know what 8% is going to bring in. And at the other end of the pipe, we don't know what our costs are going to be.
Assemblyman Guy Asatley speaking during a special meeting of the Borough Assembly as the body sought to put before borough voters a retail tax on sales of marijuana and marijuana products. Assemblyman Van Lawrence co-sponsored the ordinance, asking that voters approve a 5% tax on October 6th. Assemblywoman Diane Hutchison proposed a substitute to increase the levy to 8%. She is staunchly opposed to a thriving marijuana industry in the borough.
I personally don't want to see the industry flourish. That's not a secret. I do think that a higher tax will discourage legitimate use.
I don't see any good reason for taxing marijuana at a higher sales tax rate than alcohol.
During discussion on the substitute, presiding officer Carl Castle ruled it would carry the main motion. Assembly members Catherine Dodge and Janice Golub were excused absences from the meeting, giving the body a quorum of 7. This, combined with Castle's ruling, gave the 3 proponents of the 8% tax an extreme amount of leverage, as 5 votes are needed to pass items per Assembly rules.
The 8% has got an advantage when we've got 2 members missing, right? Am I missing something? It all comes down to that, right?
A motion to overrule Castle's ruling, which would have allowed the body to vote down the 8% and return to the original 5% ordinance, earned a 4-3 majority, but did not get the required 5 votes and failed. There were attempts to amend the substitute to 6, 5, and even 4%.
I think 4% is a lot more in line with the intent of the state law.
However, each failed to gain the needed 5 votes. The 8% substitute failed at 3-4, meaning there will not be a question on the October 6th ballot. The borough, at least for another year, will not have a tax-based method to recoup costs associated with regulating a local marijuana industry. Neither side of the debate walked away happy.
We're going to have some unknown amount of expense setting up all the infrastructure and so on, and get absolutely nothing for it, which is the worst possible scenario of this whole deal.